Shabbat Shalom, Kol Halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders again before them that taught us this truth. Shabbat Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect, Tabernacle of David. I'm the brother Yahshua. I'm back with a quick lesson. All right, this is how the Most High is bringing the grinding to a cease. All right, so let's get Ecclesiastes 12, and we'll start at 3. We all know this, but now this is part of hasting the day of the coming of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because the more we put this vibration out, the more that is going to take place, is going to come to pass. All right, and then it'll be a prophecy that that already happened. All right, so this is Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and they're trembling right now. They're hoping, got their fingers crossed, that their enterprise is going to come to fruition, but it's not. And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. People are quitting their jobs out here, right? The Most High set up a situation that there is no more work. You got the ships sitting out over there because they can't unload them fast, or whatever the situation is. All right, that's causing people to quit, and then you got, an ultimatum, a mandate that if you don't do what you're told, then you get sent packing. All right, and it's causing all kind of chaos and confusion. And those that look out of the windows be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the street. When the sound of the grinding is low, no work out here. Why? People are being given ultimatums. They're losing their freedoms that they never had. They're waking up to what's really going on. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. I know that one personally. All right. All right, so let's take a look at some of this. Let's check this one out. This is the name of this is Jen and Guy, HHN. That's the name of the channel. October 5th, which was yesterday. Today's the 6th. Driver goes mad after being fired for not taking the Visine. Okay? And he's working this skip loader or whatever this is, right? And he's tearing shit up. We'll see how many he gets. He probably got that one, this one. He's going down the line tearing shit up. All right, and they can't stop him. Somebody had to run up there and grab him. And he's obviously he's good at his job. He's tearing shit up. That's the Punjabs. He didn't take the Punjabi. All right, so he didn't take that Punjabi. Let's read some of these comments. This is 20 hours ago. Aaron Klassen. People are hitting their breaking points with all this BS. Let's go, Brandon. I don't know what the hell that means. Fully support this guy's decision. He set an example for all of us. See the chaos that's coming? The grinding is ceasing. People don't have their job. Some people's job is their God. All right, let's look at it. Yeah, let's go. You ain't seen nothing yet. People that NASCAR race chanting F. Joe Biden. The reported chick said that they were chanting, "Let's go, Brandon." Okay. Let's go, Brandon. Got it. You're right. We haven't seen anything yet. I believe that's the point. Okay. Fully support this guy's decision, he said in an example we saw there. If we all acted like that, they'd be begging people not to take the poison. Look into that. Think mansions in a row like trucks in a row. This guy says, other articles I read said he did it due to not being paid for them. Well, why? Because people are quitting. They ain't getting no money. He's a true patriot. Give him a medal. Tyranny needs to stop. That guy absolutely has my vote secured for president of the United States. So you see where this thing is going. All right. So supposedly this is about, and now who would do this for not getting paid for a month? That doesn't make sense. He'll get his money eventually, but getting fired, that makes more sense that he's tearing shit up, not getting paid for a month. So let's use some common sense, which isn't too common, obviously. All right, now let's watch this one by Lisa Cabrera. Where's she at? Right here. Damn commercial. Okay, let's watch this.
200,000 children per week for the last 5 weeks. They're not even giving you the adult numbers.
It says Lisa Cabrera. This is today. Record-breaking teachers across America are quitting and retiring due to or during the school year. Why? Okay. The Most High is bringing the grinding to a cease. All right.
There has been a surge of outbreaks due to the pandemic.
It's lucky.
Position in record numbers.
Start at the top. It's lucky.
Ladies and gentlemen, teachers are fleeing their position in record numbers. The numbers are off the charts around the country. And they're all blaming it on the pandemic. And they said the environments they're in have gotten worse. And we know mainstream news is never going to talk about this. So this came out in The Hill, October 4th, 2021. School openings are causing teachers to quit or retire because there has been a surge of outbreaks due to some states banning mandates. There have been, listen to this number, y'all. This is outrageous. There have been 200,000 reported weekly cases among children in the past 5 consecutive weeks. 200,000 children per week for the last 5 weeks. They're not even giving you the adult numbers. That is outrageous. The Guardian reported, with some states having no mandates and low vaccine rates, the spread of infectious disease has only made it worse. Things have gotten worse for some schools. Several schools and districts like Aberdeen School District in Washington State and Monmouth Unified School District in California have been forced to shut down in-person learning due to high exposure or high infection rates. And while Burbio K through 12 school opening tracker shows coastal states shutting down their schools for longer periods of time, most of the frequent shutdowns are coming from states like Texas and Florida. The sudden quitting and retirement of teachers create a teacher shortage, something that was already in existence prior to the pandemic. A teacher shortage area is a subject matter and grade level within the state which there is an inadequate supply of elementary or secondary teachers. The shortage may be caused by teaching positions that are unfilled or are filled by teachers who have temporary certification or teach in an academic subject other than their area of preparation according to teach.
So what are they going to do? Are they going to bring in the National Guard? Are they going to lower the standards for teaching? People are quitting. What's going on is the Most High is bringing Babylon the Great to an end. All right. So there's the teachers. Let's see what else we have. We got this guy in the military, right, who gave his opinion, and you can't do that. And what they did was he wound up quitting, and then they locked his ass up. Apparently, they let him go today or yesterday, but let's watch this real quick. This is Fox News.
Your mattress shouldn't jig.
September 29th, military leaders slammed by parents of imprisoned Marine. They imprisoned him because he spoke his mind. You're not supposed to do that.
Are the parents of Lieutenant Colonel Stu Scheller. They join us tonight. Thank you so much for coming on. This is one of the worst stories I've ever seen in 30 years of covering this stuff. And so our hearts go out to your family. Tell us first how your son's doing.
We don't know. He is in prison tonight, Tucker. He's been in prison since Monday. We talked to him for 2 minutes on Monday, and he gave us 2 messages. He said, call my attorney, and we did. And he said, tell everyone. And so we appreciate you having us on. We appreciate you allowing us to reach out to your listeners, because this story is outrageous and it needs to be told.
I can't remember being as offended by anything as I am by this. It's so completely wrong. Have members of Congress reached out to you? Congress, as you know, approves promotions in the United States military. They can
This is clearly Babylon the Great falling in your face.
That down tomorrow until your son is released from prison. Have you heard from any members of Congress?
Yes, I've heard from a senator from Utah. I've heard from my local
Good.
senator. I've heard our local representative, Brad Wenstrup, has been unbelievable and very supportive. We have heard from a number of them, but at the same time, we've heard more probably in the last 24 hours since we have asked Americans to find their voice and stand up and call their congressman.
You see what's going on in Babylon. Let's get one more. I have to search it. Let's see. Container CON. Ships. Stuck. Let's see what they say here. 5 months, 2 weeks, today. Let's watch this real quick.
Off the coast of Los Angeles, the reason you're paying more for everyday items and perhaps struggling to find some in the store, a vital parking lot in the Pacific. Container ships, mostly from Asia, stretching across the horizon. To get an up-close view, we rode along with LA Port Police Marine 12. It didn't take long. The radar suddenly filled with ships.
That's it right here. They're right outside the outer harbor.
76 ships waiting for up to 10 days each to enter the port of Los Angeles or nearby Long Beach.
Everywhere you look, there's a ship just sitting out here in the water.
What reason will they give?
500,000 containers. But this is just one component of the stretched global supply chain that runs from Asian manufacturers across the Pacific to American consumers, now backed up and bottlenecked. Gene Soroka runs the Port of Los Angeles, America's biggest.
How many ships a day now are coming in here?
In the last month and a half, we're averaging 18 ships a day.
That's nearly double the number that arrived daily before the pandemic. Making matters worse, there aren't enough truck drivers to take the goods from the docks,
The grinding is ceasing.
the nation's stores.
The American importer cannot digest all of this cargo into their domestic supply chains. 50% of all truckers licensed to do business at ports no longer come here.
Hired away by internet and big chain retailers. It's not just California, New York's ports are also backed up and leading to a shortage of everything from electronics to toys to cars and car parts, building materials, clothing, and sending prices higher.
A lot of those holiday gifts you're hoping to give right now may be stuck sitting out here on the water. The question is whether they're going to be offloaded out of those massive containers onto the trucks, onto the rail lines, and to your local store in time for the holidays.
So the books.
Okay, good enough. All right, one more. Let's go to U.S. debt. See if what this yields here. 1 week. Let's quickly watch this. U.S. debt default. This goes straight into MacTesh.
We did it again.
Slovakia. Yeah. So everything. All right, the perfect storm is jumping off right now, and it's the Most High. If you don't
Again,
understand.
Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen is now warning that the nation could hit the debt limit by October 18th. She says that's the date that Treasury will run out of its so-called extraordinary measures and then have very limited ability to manage its cash flow in order to avoid hitting that debt ceiling. Now, those comments come after the Senate yesterday failed to advance a bill that would have continued to fund the government through December 3rd and raise the debt ceiling through December 2022.
So what's going on? See, the devil thinks he's crashing his economy, but really the Most High has him under strong delusion to make him believe that doing this will allow them to bring in their new world order. But it's not going to happen.
Since that bill failed to advance the Senate, Democrats have signaled that they could come up with a way to avoid a government shutdown when the government runs out of money on Thursday, but it's still unclear how exactly they would handle the debt ceiling. Now, there is some discussion that Democrats could use a fast-track procedure in order to do this on their own, but that process could still potentially take 1 to 2 weeks, guys. So you would really be coming up against the wire as now the Treasury Secretary sets this new deadline of October 18th for hitting the debt ceiling. Back over to you.
And what happens when they default, like China's defaulting right now with not Evergrande, but the other one, Zephyr, whatever the fuck it is, Slovakia. So there you have it. All right, so let's get some precepts and go ahead and close it out. We'll go to Zephaniah. Zephaniah 1 and 11. Howl ye, inhabitants of MacTesh, for all the merchant people are cut down. Right? All they that bear silver are cut off. Let's talk about the stock market. All right? All right, that's good on that. Let's move on. This is what's happening right now. The grinding is ceasing. It's Revelation. Revelation 18:22. Started 21, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. And the voice of harpers and musicians, and of pipers and trumpeters shall be no more heard at all in thee. And no craftsman, oh, whatsoever craft he be, shall be found any more in thee. And the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee. Meaning, all of this is good. This is just the beginning. All right. When those missiles hit this place, absolutely nothing. But we can see the slow halt of the grinding. Okay. First, it has to be already kindled. This is the kindling before the great fire. All right. This is Jeremiah. I'll get a couple more. Jeremiah 25:10. Moreover, I will take from them the voice of mirth. Voice of mirth is gone in Babylon. The voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom, and the voice of the bride, the sound of the millstones, and the light of the candle. All right, there's no more wisdom here in Teman. All right, that's what we're looking at. All right. So, with that, I hope that the elect were edified, and we're going to say Shabbat Shalom.